Stop blaming age alone for the weakness in your legs. After 65, many people are not losing stair strength only because the calendar moved forward. They are losing it because their muscles are not getting the right signals, blood flow, recovery support, and raw materials at the right time. Here is what many people are never told clearly enough in a short office visit. Weak muscles after 65 are rarely just a muscle problem. They are often a circulation problem, a recovery problem, an inflammation problem, a protein use problem, and a consistency problem. Your thighs may feel heavy on stairs. Your calves may tire during a short walk. Your knees may feel less trustworthy when you stand from a chair. But that does not automatically mean your body has stopped responding. It often means the system that feeds, repairs, and activates those muscles needs better daily support. I am Dr. Natalie Brooks, and today I am going to give you 3 specific juices ranked from helpful to absolutely powerful. These are not magic drinks, and they do not replace protein, medical care, or safe movement. But when used correctly, they may support blood flow, recovery, muscle comfort, and the confidence to climb stairs more freely again. Muscle loss is not just about appearance. It affects walking speed, chair rise, balance, stairs, falls, independence, and whether a person feels safe at home. Tufts University explains that people between 60 and 70 may have already lost about 12% of their muscle mass, and those over 80 may have lost around 30%. The number 1 juice on this list is the one most people would never connect with leg power. It can turn your mouth red, your urine pink, and your kitchen counter purple if you are not careful. But research in older adults has shown it can improve muscle speed and power in a way that matters for stair climbing. I am saving that one for last. Before we begin, leave a comment telling me your age and whether your legs feel weaker, heavier, slower, or less stable than they did 5 years ago. Maybe stairs feel harder. Maybe standing from a chair takes more effort. Your story may help another senior feel less alone. Now let us begin. We are counting down from 3 to 1, from helpful to powerful, to the juice I consider the most important for weak muscles after 65. Coming in at number 3 is Tart Cherry Juice. This surprises many people because cherries are often seen as a sweet fruit, a pie filling, or something to limit because of sugar. But Montmorency Tart Cherry Juice is here because aging muscle does not only need fuel. Aging muscle needs recovery. If your legs ache after a short walk, your thighs feel sore after careful chair stands, or your calves feel tight the next morning after you tried to be more active, the problem may be that your muscles are recovering too slowly. Tart cherries contain anthocyanins and other polyphenols. Think of these compounds as cleanup crews that arrive after your muscles have done work. When you climb stairs, stand from a chair, or practice safe leg exercises, tiny stress signals rise inside the muscle. That stress helps the body adapt. But after 65, if inflammation stays too high or recovery stays too slow, it can leave you stiff, sore, discouraged, and less willing to move the next day. Tart Cherry Juice does not build muscle by itself, but it may help create a friendlier recovery environment so your body can tolerate the movement that actually rebuilds strength. A 2026 scoping review in Frontiers in Nutrition looked at 28 randomized controlled trials on Montmorency Tart Cherry consumption, performance, strength recovery, and delayed onset soreness. The findings were mixed, and honesty matters. 4 out of 10 studies reported better performance. 7 out of 14 reported better muscle strength recovery, and 6 out of 22 reported less delayed soreness. So Tart Cherry is not a miracle, but it does show a useful recovery signal when used consistently around activity. For a senior at home, the daily life translation is simple. If soreness makes you skip the next 3 days, your body never receives enough repeated signal to adapt. Tart Cherry belongs here because recovery helps you keep showing up. Here is how to use it carefully. Choose 100% Tart Cherry Juice or Montmorency Tart Cherry Concentrate with no added sugar. If you use regular juice, start with 4 ounces, not a giant glass. If you tolerate it well, and your doctor has no concerns about blood sugar, digestion, or medications, you may use 4 to 8 ounces in the evening or after walking and leg strength work. If you use concentrate, dilute 1 to 2 tablespoons in a full glass of water. Do not drink it like soda. Do not use sweetened cherry cocktail and assume it is the same thing. And do not let juice replace the protein your muscles need. Tart Cherry supports recovery. Protein provides the building blocks. A simple routine could be this. After a safe 10-minute walk, supported sit-to-stands, or small stair practice, drink a small serving of Tart Cherry Juice with protein such as Greek yogurt, cottage cheese, eggs, tofu, fish, or chicken. The juice is recovery support. The protein is repair material. The movement is the signal. The key warning is portion size. Juice concentrates fruit sugar, and many older adults are managing diabetes, prediabetes, weight changes, or medications. If your blood sugar runs high or your doctor told you to restrict juice, discuss the portion first or use whole tart cherries when available. The goal is a small, purposeful serving. Your synergy tip for Tart Cherry Juice is to pair it with slow evening protein. During sleep, your body is repairing tissue, regulating inflammation, and preparing you for the next day. Tart Cherry gives recovery-supporting polyphenols. Protein gives the muscle something to build with. Number 2 is pomegranate juice. Many people think of pomegranate juice as a heart health drink, not a leg strength drink. But that is why it belongs here. Your legs are not separate from your circulation. Your thigh muscles, calf muscles, hip muscles, tendons, nerves, and connective tissues all depend on blood flow, oxygen delivery, nutrient delivery, and removal of waste products after activity. When circulation is sluggish, inflammation is too high, and oxidative stress keeps irritating tissue, your legs can feel older than they really are. Pomegranate contains polyphenols such as punicalagins and elagitannins. Think of these compounds as shields against rust. Every time your muscles contract, they use oxygen and produce metabolic byproducts. In a younger body, cleanup is often fast. In an older body, especially with poor sleep, inactivity, high blood pressure, diabetes, or chronic inflammation, that cleanup can slow down. That does not mean you should avoid movement. It means your recovery system deserves support. Many people after 65 do not stop moving because they lack desire. They stop because movement starts to cost too much. Stairs lead to heavy legs. A family outing leads to soreness. A grocery trip leads to fatigue. Over time, the brain protects you by making your world smaller. Pomegranate juice is not a cure for that pattern, but its antioxidant and anti-inflammatory profile makes it one of the most interesting juices for supporting muscle recovery. A PLOS-1 study published in 2016 examined natural pomegranate juice around Olympic weightlifting sessions in 9 elite weightlifters. These were not seniors, so we must not pretend the study proves stair improvement after 65. But compared with placebo, pomegranate juice was linked with higher total performance, lower perceived exertion, and improved markers related to muscle damage and soreness. A 2025 systematic review was more cautious. It found no improvement in every recovery marker, but it did find a significant short-term reduction in lactate dehydrogenase, suggesting a possible protective effect against mechanical muscle damage. Promising, not magical. Useful, not guaranteed. For a person over 65, the daily life translation is simple. When you climb stairs, your quadriceps and glutes control your body weight. When you step down, those muscles lengthen under tension, which can create soreness. If pomegranate polyphenols reduce some stress around that process, they may help you recover from the small stair practice that builds strength. Here is how to use pomegranate juice. Choose 100% pomegranate juice with no added sugar. Start with 4 ounces, ideally with a meal, not on an empty stomach if your stomach is sensitive. Many seniors can use 4 to 8 ounces a day, but more is not automatically better. If the taste is too strong, dilute it with water or plain sparkling water. Do not buy a pomegranate-flavored drink and assume it carries the same benefits. The best timing is with breakfast or lunch on days you plan to walk, do chair stands, or practice stairs. If you take blood pressure medication, blood thinners, diabetes medication, or have kidney disease, speak with your clinician before making pomegranate juice a daily habit. Pomegranate can interact with some medications, and its potassium and natural sugar content may matter for some people. Pomegranate juice works better when it is not used alone. Pair 4 ounces with a protein-rich breakfast and a small amount of healthy fat, such as eggs and avocado, Greek yogurt with nuts, or tofu with olive oil. Then take a short walk if it is safe. Protein supplies amino acids. Pomegranate supports recovery. Movement tells your legs they are still needed. Your synergy tip for pomegranate juice is to pair it with a 10-minute walk or gentle stair practice within the same part of the day. Do not think of it as drinking juice for strength. Think of it as using juice to support the work that creates strength. Before we move to the number 1 juice, if this information has helped you see weak legs differently, please hit the like button and subscribe to Senior Health Advice. It tells YouTube to share this video with more seniors who are trying to stay strong, independent, and safe on their feet. And now, number 1, the deep red juice I teased earlier. Most people think beetroot juice is a blood pressure drink or an athlete drink. But after 65, one of the most important things your legs lose is not only size, it is power. Power helps you catch yourself when you trip, straighten your knee as you step up, and rise from a chair without rocking 3 times first. Strength matters, but power helps you trust your body when it has to move. Beetroot juice is rich in dietary nitrate. When you drink nitrate-rich beetroot juice, your body can convert nitrate into nitrite and then into nitric oxide. Think of nitric oxide as a traffic controller for blood flow and muscle contraction. It helps blood vessels relax, helps oxygen and nutrients reach working tissue, and may influence how muscle fibers contract in ways that matter for speed and power. After 65, nitric oxide signaling may decline. That means the same muscles that once responded quickly may begin to feel slower, heavier, and less explosive. This is where beetroot juice becomes fascinating. A 2023 double-blind, placebo-controlled crossover study tested nitrate-rich beetroot juice in 16 community-dwelling older men and women aged 65 to 79. Acute ingestion increased maximal knee extensor power by 7%, and daily ingestion for 2 weeks increased muscle power by 9%. The study also reported better knee extensor speed. That is not a vague wellness claim. That is the muscle group you use when you climb stairs, stand from a chair, and straighten your leg to move forward. The researchers also wrote that age-related reductions in muscle contractile properties can contribute to serious difficulty walking or climbing stairs. This is why beetroot juice is number 1. It does not replace exercise. It does not rebuild a neglected muscle without effort. But it may help older muscles produce power more efficiently when combined with safe, repeated movement. There is also a larger dietary clue. A 2019 study in the Journal of Cachexia, Sarcopenia, and Muscle examined 1,420 Australian women aged 70 and older. Women with the highest nitrate intake had 4% stronger grip strength and 5% faster timed up and go performance than those with the lowest intake. They also had lower odds of weak grip strength and slow timed up and go. That test is closely tied to standing, walking, turning, and sitting safely. That is daily life. That is independence. For the senior who pauses at the bottom of a staircase, beetroot juice can be part of a stair strength plan. Not by drinking it and waiting for a miracle, but by timing it before practice, pairing it with protein, and adding slow, safe, repeated movement. Here is how to use beetroot juice correctly. Choose nitrate-rich beetroot juice, ideally 100% beet juice, or a reputable concentrated beet shot with no added sugar. A practical starting point is 2 to 4 ounces of beetroot juice, or a small beetroot shot, taken about 2 to 3 hours before planned walking, chair stands, or stair practice. Timing matters because nitrate conversion takes time. Do not drink it at the bottom of the stairs and expect an instant effect. There is one strange but important instruction. Do not use strong antibacterial mouthwash right before or after beetroot juice. The nitrate to nitric oxide pathway depends partly on bacteria in the mouth that help convert nitrate into nitrite. If you wipe out that pathway with aggressive mouthwash at the wrong time, you may reduce the effect you are trying to support. Brush normally, but avoid harsh antibacterial rinse around your beet juice routine unless your dentist or doctor specifically requires it. The best movement pairing is simple. 2 to 3 hours after beetroot juice, do a safe leg routine. Start with supported sit-to-stands from a firm chair. Do 5 slow repetitions. Rest. Do another 5 if you feel steady. Then practice 1 or 2 steps while holding the railing, only if it is safe. Step up slowly. Step down slowly. Do not rush. Power improves through a clear, repeated signal, not fear. Now the warnings. Beetroot juice can lower blood pressure in some people, and it contains oxalates, which may matter if you have kidney stones. It can also change urine or stool color to red or pink, which is usually harmless but startling. If you take blood pressure medication, nitrates, erectile dysfunction medication, blood thinners, or have kidney disease, talk with your clinician before using beetroot regularly. Your synergy tip for beetroot juice is to pair it with vitamin C and protein. Add a squeeze of lemon or a small citrus serving because vitamin C supports nitric oxide biology. Then make sure your meal includes enough protein. Beetroot may help the muscle perform, but protein helps it rebuild. Now, I want you to see the system. These are not 3 random drinks. Tart Cherry supports recovery. Pomegranate supports antioxidant defense around muscle work. Beetroot supports blood flow, nitric oxide signaling, and muscle power. Together, they form a rhythm. Recover better, protect better, perform better. But here is the most important truth in this entire video. Juice does not build muscle by itself. Juice does not replace protein. Juice does not replace resistance training. Juice does not replace medical care if you have sudden weakness, severe pain, numbness, swelling, chest symptoms, dizziness, or a new inability to walk. These juices are support tools. They work best inside a serious but simple plan. That plan has 4 parts. First, protein at each meal because older muscles often need a stronger protein signal. Second, safe strength movement 2 or 3 times per week, even if it begins with chair stands and supported marching. Third, daily walking or light movement so the legs remember they are needed. Fourth, targeted support like these juices, used at the right time and in the right portion. You do not need all 3 juices every day. Most people should not suddenly add 3 juices a day because that may be too much sugar, too much volume, and too much change at once. Choose one based on your main need. If soreness keeps you from repeating movement, start with Tart Cherry. If recovery and inflammation feel like your biggest issue, consider pomegranate. If stair power, chair rise, and leg heaviness are your biggest concern, beetroot is the one I would study first. Also remember the sugar issue. Fruit juice is concentrated. A small, purposeful serving can help, but a giant glass can work against you, especially with diabetes, insulin resistance, fatty liver, weight concerns, or unstable energy. 4 ounces can be enough to begin. Dilution is allowed. Common sense is allowed. And yes, you still need exercise. Movement is the switch that tells muscle to stay alive. Protein is the raw material. Recovery support helps you come back tomorrow. If you only drink juice and remain seated all day, your muscles do not receive the message they need. But if you drink strategically, eat enough protein, and practice safe movement consistently, your body hears that strength is still required. You were not built to become a passenger in your own life. You were not meant to stand at the bottom of a staircase and feel defeated before the first step. Very often, weak legs are not destiny. They are the result of missing information, missing movement, missing recovery, and missing daily support. It is never too late. Muscle tissue can respond to nutrition and training deep into older age. The response may be slower than it was at 35. It may require patience, smaller steps, more recovery, and better consistency. But slower is not the same as impossible. Your body is not asking for perfection. It is asking for a repeated signal. Starting today, give your legs that signal. Use Tart Cherry Juice when recovery is the obstacle. Use Pomegranate Juice when inflammation and exercise stress make movement feel costly. Use Beetroot Juice when you want to support blood flow, stair power, and quicker muscle response. Keep portions small. Choose 100% juice. Avoid added sugar. Pair each one with protein and safe movement. The goal is not to become young again. The goal is to become capable again. Capable of standing up without fear, walking into the store without searching for the nearest bench, climbing stairs with less hesitation, and saying yes again. The scientific references for the studies mentioned in this video are listed in the description below. Read them, share them with your doctor, and use them to advocate for yourself. If you are not yet subscribed to Senior Health Advice, do that now. Every week we bring you evidence-based, senior-focused health guidance your doctor may not have time to explain in a short appointment. And now I want to hear from you. Leave a comment below and tell me which of these 3 juices you are going to consider first: tart cherry, pomegranate, or beetroot. Also tell me what daily movement you want back most: climbing stairs, standing from a chair, walking farther, shopping without fatigue, or joining your family without worrying about your legs. Until next time, eat wisely, move daily, and never stop believing that your strongest chapter may still be ahead of you. I am Dr. Natalie Brooks, and I will see you in the next video. Take care of those legs.